So what happens during the process of photosynthesis? You can see here the reactants, carbon dioxide, which is absorbed from the atmosphere through stomata, and then water is absorbed through roots, and in the presence of sunlight and also the green pigment chlorophyll, it produces the main product glucose and byproduct oxygen, and glucose is later stored in the form of starch. You can see here the word equation, as well as below you can see the balanced equation. So photosynthesis occurs in all the green parts of plants, including the green stems which contains this pigment. And how can we define photosynthesis? It is a process by which plants or autotrophs, they prepare their own food by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. The food prepared is carbohydrate. Which form of carbohydrate? It is glucose, and it is stored in the form of starch in different plant parts. And along with the production of food, oxygen is also another byproduct which is released into the atmosphere. You can once again see the equation given for photosynthesis. And how can we, what are the processes? We can just see the steps which occurs in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place in three main steps. The first being absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. So chlorophyll traps the solar energy, absorbs it, and then this light energy is converted into chemical energy. And this is also accompanied by splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. This splitting of water molecules is termed as photolysis. And the third step is reduction of carbon dioxide by hydrogen to form the product, which is carbohydrate. Now let me tell you that these steps need not occur immediately one after the other. For example, in case of desert plants, which usually conserve water during the daytime, what they do is during night time they absorb carbon dioxide and they form an intermediate product. And later during daytime, when they are able to get sunlight, they are able to go to the next step, that is photolysis of water and then reduction of carbon dioxide by hydrogen to form carbohydrates. So what are the four essential components needed for photosynthesis, or the four essential conditions? They are sunlight, water, chlorophyll and carbon dioxide. So I'll be sending a few videos shortly where there will be certain experiments and activities which will show you that these four conditions are mandate for this process to occur. You can see here the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast is a type of plastid which occurs only in plant cells. Chloroplast is bounded by two membranes. So we call it as a double membrane bounded organelle. So it has an outer membrane and then an inner membrane, and if you see inside there are a lot of stack-like structures. This is termed as grana, and each substance there is termed as thylakoid, and it is inside this thylakoid that chlorophyll pigment is present. And then you can see the empty space inside, that is nothing but it is called as the stroma. So you can see here the structure of chloroplast. You can see here the structure of stomata or stoma. Stomata are nothing but the small pores which are largely present in the lower surface of leaves. And if you see, the pore is actually created by a pair of cells called as the guard cells. And when the stomata is open, that is a time when exchange of gases, water, etc. happens. And you can see the other diagram where the pores are actually closed. So when the pores are open, it is only when water enters into the guard cells through the process of endosmosis. So the guard cells will swell and it will create a pore, creating a stomata. And when they lose water during that time, they will just come close to each other and the stomata will close. You can see here the cross section of a leaf. You can see the uppermost layer, which is called as the upper epidermis, the topmost layer. It is covered by cuticle. Why it is covered by cuticle? To prevent loss of water. Just below the epidermis, you will see long elongated cells. They are called as palisade. And then below that you can see that there are cells arranged with lot of air spaces or gaps in between. It is called as spongy mesophyll layer. So if you see all these cells, you can see green patches in between, right, on the corners. So these are nothing but chloroplasts. And then below you can see another layer, that is a lower epidermis. And if you see the lower epidermis, it is not continuous, in between it has gaps. And these gaps are nothing but stomata. As I told you earlier, stomata are largely present on the lower surface of leaves.